Good day, everyone. Shane Jenkins here. I spoke to so many people yesterday in response to the Fauci pleading the fifth video who mentioned that how they lost their loved ones in isolation through the vaccine, through COVID, whatever it was, them being denied access to hydroxychloroquine and the other treatments that they labeled conspiracy theorist-ish. It's a sad thing, and I know that the American citizens want accountability. And I think one way that we could do that is Russia has requested to extradite Fauci to face accountability for crimes against humanity. And I think that's a valid option. I could happily enjoy watching Fauci be hauled off to a Siberian gulag to suffer for the rest of his days, because he caused literally, I don't know how much harm, how many deaths he caused to the American people. It's time for accountability. Another way I think that is viable is to go to the states. I think you could prosecute him criminally, which would exhaust all the money he made off of COVID and from Big Pharma and all those things. But you charge him criminally on the state level and charge him and arrest him and make him get out on bond over and over again in all these states, especially states that are red or friendly to what we believe our cause is, and prosecute him that way. I think you could send him away for forever that way as well. Another thing that would be very simple is the contempt of Congress. He was not, according to the Supreme Court ruling that Josh Hawley mentioned of 1896, he is no longer allowed to invoke his Fifth Amendment right. He is required to testify, and he refused to do so. So I would charge him with contempt of Congress, which we have very little faith in the DOJ. We still have many problems there, especially with the Epstein stuff. But I want to talk about Fauci invoking his Fifth Amendment right.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Somebody said in my comments when I thought this was hilarious, it said, "Good luck invoking your Fifth Amendment rights on Judgment Day." I'm sure that Jesus will see that. I hope that he holds you accountable. We can pray for you to accept Jesus Christ, but man, the stuff you did to so many people is foul and it's horrible, and it is extremely, supremely frustrating for us to receive zero accountability. I'm calling on the Trump administration to hold Fauci accountable. I believe all of America is. It is ridiculous that we can't get accountability for, they rounded up people for January 6th. We can't get accountability for Epstein. We can't get accountability for COVID harms, for the vaccine harms, anything like that. If it's one of the elites, they have no problem protecting them. But if it's a citizen, you can bet your ass they're going to jail. So the blob is going to protect the blob. It's time for, I believe, the citizens to rise up, and for this, we need citizen courts. We need courts that are outside of any kind of established governmental agency. We need courts that are based in biblical principle and harm, that will hold people accountable. And I honestly believe we need to bring back public executions, hangings, the guillotine, whatever it takes to discourage these people from killing, profiting off of, and harming the American people. It is ridiculous, it is sick, and it is disgusting, and it's time for a change. So I'm all for it. So let's get after it. Shane Jenkins, God bless you. Talk to you next time.